following presentation is for mature audiences only.
Who are you?
He's a fine man.
All hell is broken loose.
He's a great broadcaster.
He's a very powerful guy. Absolutely brilliant.
Feared by men, adored by women.
He's a smart boy.
It's patriotic.
It's no big deal.
It's the end of the world.
I might as well tell you now. He's a monkey.
And how you doing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? Welcome into another edition of The Wild Side with Eric Clark. I am your host, Eric Clark, coming to you from the east side of Nashville, saying thank you very much for taking time out of your day to give my video a watch and a listen. If you like it, like it. If you think other people are going to like it, give it a share. Make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel. Make sure you're following me on all the social media platforms. That way, if there's a band, a tune, a video you want me to check out, you can hit me up with a DM or leave it in the comment section below. If you are going to leave it in the comment section below, as I always say, read through first. If you see someone else has already suggested it, leave a like on theirs, and below, reply with I concur, and that'll help my DJ brain put it in the handy-dandy notebook, and that tells me the suggestions that people are requesting most, and it just kind of helps me organize as well. Before we get into today's video, I do want to say thank you to Aspen Dental, Connect 200, and Music to See. They are those that power the wild side. I can't thank them enough, so I thank them every chance we get. Today we're going back into the handy-dandy notebook, and we're picking up a request of a band that has been around for quite some time. 1987 is when they started. They were part of the second wave of progressive British music that was coming out in the late 80s, early 90s. And I've heard them bits and pieces, but I've never dived really too deep into the band. So today's kind of going to be the first time I actually sit down and watch something and listen to something in its entirety from a band called the Porcupine Tree, or Porcupine Tree. The band started, if I'm not mistaken, Steve Wilson started this band kind of as a joke. It was one of those situations where they came up with this idea for an imaginary band, and then somebody went, okay, yeah, I'll take that. And then they went, oh my God, we have to form a band. So it's like the Archies or Boston or somebody like that. So today we're checking out a track from 2019's album, The Incident, and this is called Bonnie the Cat. Let's check it out. So right away, it's giving off a heavy prog vibe, and it's even the from what I'm looking at, the aesthetics of this video is going to set the tone for what this song is going to be. And from what I'm seeing, I'm already starting to see elements of certain things, and we'll get into that. But let's keep going. I like that time signature. It's really odd. It's very Pink Floydish, and how sometimes Roger Waters would like to do really odd time signatures, like in Money, that you kind of can't help but to dig it because it's this really loose time signature. I like that.
I know.
Once again, prog metal giving off heavy vibes of H.R.R. Geiger. Obviously, people that dig this music, we all have the whatever print of Salvador Dali we've chosen. I have melting clock faces on plates, so it's giving off that heavy prog metal vibe. It's cool.
I know what will be.
Oh, that riff right there. That's a familiar riff.
Oh, what will be.
Oh, it's oh my God, it's in my head. it's going to kill me for the rest of the day, and I'm probably going to end up screaming it in the car on my way to pick up my kid at some point, and I'll totally have missed it. But that riff right there, during that drop,
I know what will be.
that's a very familiar sound. That's a very comfortable sound right there. So well done putting that in there. I'm not able to put my finger on it, but that tone and that riff is very familiar. I like that drummer. He's real good with that loose feel, with that loose, almost jazz vibe that he has with that drumming. It is jazz, basically. You can hear him doing little... Yeah. That's like Stuart Copeland stuff right there, right? That's... Yeah. Man, that imagery, right? That imagery is really, really prog. It's actually surrealism, and I like how it's guiding you on your journey, but not directing you where to go. I dig that. It's pretty good. So obviously the creators have seen some Tool videos. Obviously, some stuff off of Undertow was highly influential. Along with musically too, you can hear that as well. So you're hearing such a, because Porcupine Tree has been established since the 80s, you're hearing not only influence, but you're hearing growth and change throughout the influence. So you're hearing that rich King Crimson influence, but you're also hearing the journey through bands like Killing Joke, My Life with the Thrill Kill, Call It KMFDM, that industrial sound, and then blending it with that Tool progression with that weird time signature. Really good vibe. Really clean sound to it. So when you're talking about progressive metal, a lot of times, and I know I'm stopping it, that's fine. There's a reason for it. There's so much ambient happening here that you're focused on one element of the song, whether it be the strange time signature that the drummer's going with, or the vocals, the lyrics, whatever it is. But all of the time you're focused on one thing, you're also being inundated with these light little mellow treats of ambient sound as well. It's really cool. It's like little drops. Yeah, literally.
I know what will be.
Yeah, that's two sounds right there. So that's your progressive sound with your industrial tone. So it's an industrial progression. It's not even really like progressive metal, it's progressive industrial. It's even heavier than that. And it's, like I said, it sounds like machinery. You know, it's almost like a musical version of steampunked, if you will. Good break. Really good break right there, because that's mood change. That's a good break. So you're kind of on this trancey, this trance journey. And here comes your traditional metal chords, right? Great riff. Yeah, that's good. I want to hear that again. That's dripping with Tool, especially the album Anima. Yeah. Yeah, that's a great break, man. It builds, it crashes, it's waves against the shore while it's still a light cloud lifting you up over it. It's just massive. Deep down. You're coming out of the cave, man. You're going after that tiger. Great drive. Yeah, that's good. Dude, this is dripping. King Crimson and Tool and Ministry. It's got it all, man. I love the second part of the song, man. It's absolutely incredible. I do want to hear that again. Because it's taking you, like I said, in this trance. And then it changes gears. Really well constructed too. Yeah, this is a great break. This is right before the pit starts. Yeah, that's good. Good. I don't know if that bass player's just kind of been waiting the whole song to do this, because he is killing it. The tone, the drive between the bass player and the drum is really what's pushing the second part of this tune. It's a great combination. The tone that bass player is getting is just really deep and guttural. It's fantastic. Great riffs. Yeah. So I like what it's done here. It's taking you to this point of crescendo and it's keeping you there, and it's not doing it and straining you. A lot of times you'll get to a crescendo with a song and it can go a little too long, where it's keeping you there just a little bit too long. And it's not that you lose interest, you lose momentum. And they're really, really good at keeping that momentum strong through this crescendo. Yeah. And that riff, man, that riff's going to be killing me all day. Yeah, that riff is going to be in my head for the rest of the day, without a doubt. So this is just a fantastic progressive metal tune.
I know.
Yeah. So that was Bonnie the Cat, my Porcupine Tree, released 2009 from the album The Incident. That was a really good tune. That was a well-constructed tune. We would call that a slow burner, right? Like a creeper, if you were talking about other things. That would be a creeper tune, where it takes you into this trippy psychedelic journey, but it's maintaining that classic progressive sound that brings that comfort to it, right? That tone. And then all of a sudden, that second half of that track, it really is indicative of their ability, of Porcupine Tree's ability to capture the familiar through the timeline. So you're hearing these familiar tones of Robert Fripp, of Adrian Belew and King Crimson, and then you get into Killing Joke. So you're getting that early industrial, techno-y, dancey Killing Joke, but not. And then you finally get to Tool. So there are all of those elements in this song and in this band, or at least this song in particular, that I was hearing the familiar elements of each transformation of the genre of progressive rock. So there's progressive rock that is steeped in the blues. There's progressive rock steeped in psychedelia. This is steeped in industry. It's an industrial track, without a doubt. It's dripping Maynard James Keenan. I love that tone, especially that second half. And it did kind of come out of nowhere, because that first part of the song was taking you on this ethereal journey through lightness, through clouds, and the colors are bright, and the trees are blooming, and everything is alive, and it's growing. And then it takes you to an, not ominous, but it takes you to a impending mood. It takes you to a mood of right on the edge of motivational breakdown. Like it's one of those things, like when you're running and you're finally getting to that wall and you don't think you can take another step, and then suddenly you find the breath, you find the air in you to give you that next step. And that's what that song was doing towards the end, especially that crescendo. It was giving you enough air to motivate you through the end to stay with it. And because it stayed thick, there was no real drop. Everything kind of blended real well. So it was a well-constructed tune. Bonnie the Cat, that is Porcupine Tree. I want to thank everybody for making the suggestion. Good tune. I'll probably have that on my playlist without a doubt, especially cruising around and driving. That's a good jam, man. I dig that. Like I said, it's dripping all the elements I dig. So thank you for that suggestion. If you do have a suggestion, leave it for me in the comments below, or you can follow me on social media and hit me up with a DM. If you are going to leave it in the comment section below, just read through. If somebody's already suggested your track, leave a like on theirs and then comment with I concur, and I'll put it in my handy-dandy notebook. I want to thank Aspen Dental, Connect 200, and of course, Music 2C. They are those that power the wild side with Eric Clark, and I can't thank them enough, so I'll thank them every chance I get. Make sure you're looking out for each other. Make sure you're looking out for your neighbor. Try to do at least one good thing a day. I am Eric Clark, and this has been The Wild Side.